What's up, DC? This is your girl Mindy Jo with the DCVoice.com, and we are here, that's right, at the Young Black Leadership Summit 2018 here in Washington, DC. It is going down, and it's right before midterm elections, so this is a great time. This event is powered by Turning Point USA, and Turning Point USA is founded by Charlie Kirk. That's right, and their motto is late to bed, early to rise, work like hell and organize. So we are here at the summit just to find out, you know, what the people are looking forward to, what the messages are, and, you know, how do they anticipate on taking that motto and make America great in their missions as far as helping make America great on an individual basis. So tune in.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma. No one knows about Marianne Plessy, who was actually the first black millionaire in America. She actually founded black women care products before now. It's not zero. It wasn't back in 1847 before slavery was even over. She was a big she was a big proponent of abolitionist. She knew Frederick Douglass, and there's this whole world that people do not know about. All we know is that we were free, and then we had Jim Crow. Jim Crow was over. We were still discriminated against, and then we had the Black Panthers. And it seems like there's nothing in between. There's this whole arc of the Harlem Renaissance and black middle class and black inventors and black politicians that no one has ever taught. Like, no one has taught about that. So when you are able to make a break in the passing down of culture, because you can easily change a culture and corrupt it. If you can break the people who are in charge of passing that down, then yeah, it's going to seem like an entirely different culture. It's going to seem like oh, what happened? Like, what do you think happened? What we've been saying all weekend, the Black father is absent. Think about it. Who passes down these traditions of culture? It's mostly men. Women do it too, but they're only half.
God has so much amazing things in store for you. But if you don't deal with your issues, and if you know you need help, set pride aside, leave it alone. It'll keep us from what heaven truly has for our life.
I am Jacob Martin, coming from Savannah, Georgia. What I look forward to from this summit is not only to learn, but to progress this agenda that is making America better, not only for the Americans, the African-American community, but all of us together to push forward, making America better for our children, our youth, and ultimately for our future. It's in our destiny.
From Maryland, right here in the DMV, and what I wanted to get out of the summit is to meet other black conservatives. I mean, there's none of my friends, none of my family are conservative or on the right. They're all Democrats, they're all liberals. And not only that, gain some knowledge, gain some facts to help arm myself when people do approach me, because I wear my Make America Great Again hat at work, everywhere I go. So I do want to be armed with the knowledge that'll go along with the values that I have to help and coach other people to help benefit and inspire other people around me.
My name is Chad Fuselier. I'm from D. Dillard University from New Orleans, Louisiana. And I came to the conference to get in the minds of some black conservatives and try to encompass my view of the world and my community as a whole.
Hey, my name is Kiara Pryor, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm super excited to be at this summit just to show that there is other people who are black and who look like me, that just because you are black doesn't mean you have to be a Democrat or a liberal, that we can be free thinkers and think for ourselves and be conservative, and that it is okay to do that.
Hi, I'm Taylor Hooks from LA. And I'm just excited to be around people who think like me, who are conservative and have those same thought processes that I have, even though we're told that we don't exist by the media.
All right, my name is Jamal Reynolds, and I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I come down here to get some encouragement, some boldness, and some more wisdom on what I'm standing for, not only to make America great again, but to make my area great again, and how I can implant some things to change the things in the way that I grew up in society.
My name is Dion Black, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I came here to learn more, because you can never learn too much. So I want to be able to learn more and express myself, to be able to express myself without having any fears or anything about any backlash or nothing like that, because I'm proud to be a conservative and can't nobody change that.
I'm Trey Hampton. I'm from Virginia, and I just really enjoy being around so many people of my same kind who agree with the same message, and it was just like a whole different experience for me.
You know what they're doing? They're talking trash about us. They tell us somebody paying us. See, if they keep lying to themselves, they're gonna get caught off guard. Let's go. Have y'all ever seen somebody talking that noise with their hands down? They just bumping, hands down like this. But when you got your hands down, you get knocked out. And for everybody around the globe that can't see what's happening, that want to doubt us, they about to get knocked out. So let me say this. I want to introduce Candace. Candace Owens has been so monumental. Not only do you see the battle on television, but I know her as a person. I watch her. She struggles sometimes, y'all. She's strong. Because that's what our women do. They stand up and be strong. So without further ado, I want to introduce to y'all Candace Owens.
It's felt like we just fought for so long, and it's been an uphill battle, and to look around and finally see the harvest, to see you guys understanding what's going on in our communities, to understand that we've been lied to, and to see you so boldly and courageously in the White House yesterday. I had to take a step back. When I hit the stage and introduced Don Trump Jr., I had to take a step back just to take all of this in, to realize that the people in this room are going to change America. I want you to understand that. The people in this room are going to change the country. We made history yesterday outside of the White House. Hearing all of you share your stories outside of the White House, seeing you guys smile with the president, and finally understanding that the media can no longer lie to us. We will not be owned by the media. Before I came in, I heard that Al Sharpton was going off on us, and the people that have betrayed this community, that have sold us out, because politicians have been lying to us. The media has been lying to us, and for a long time, if we're being honest, we've been lying to ourselves. The state of Black America has become nothing but a talking point, a stump for aspiring congressmen and politicians to garner attention to themselves, a reason to vote for so-and-so instead of so-and-so. We have had over 10,000 elected Black politicians, plus a Black president for 2 terms. And Black America is poorer today than we were in the 1950s. How did that happen? How did that happen? We were sold an illusion. We purchased an illusion that was carefully crafted for us by cameras, which surround us today, by the media, and of course by the Democrat Party. And it was an idea that if we married ourselves to them, if we pledged allegiance to the government, that we could guarantee ourselves progress somehow. So let's check in and see what that blind allegiance to the government and to the Democrat Party has earned us. 18 million black babies have been aborted since 1973. That this was going to be black empowerment, choice, Planned Parenthood. There are 900 black babies that are ripped from the womb of their mothers every single day, and we have aided and abetted in their plan, a successful plan meant to stop new black births. Of course, it's the Hispanic population that is growing the fastest in this country, which is why they have shifted their focus. The Democrat Party is now obsessed with open borders, DACA, 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 caravans of illegals, a new frontier for potential economic and voting slaves is what they see them as. The party that advocates the hardest for against family separation at the border has managed to at the very same time promote it in our communities. The most unsafe place for a black child in America is not on the streets or in the presence of a white cop, it's in the mother's womb. If the Democrats truly believe that hashtag families belong together, then why are they incentivizing black father absence? Why do female welfare recipients earn more money from the government if the father does not live inside of the home? Why aren't they discussing the single motherhood rate, which has jumped from 23% in the 1960s to 74% today? Do black families not belong together? Is it only the families that are at the south of the border committing crimes that belong together? They say to me all the time, Candace, they commit crimes for a better opportunity. Okay, is that the excuse we can use now? Should we tell the black men that are in prison that they need to call their lawyers and say, oh, I committed that crime for a better opportunity? I wanted to pause because there's somebody in this room whose story I just read about, who served some time in prison, and I want to give him just 2 minutes to come to the stage and tell his story, because I think it's something that a lot of people, I know all of our families, have experienced with people that have served in the prison system. Tony, will you please just come up here and say a couple of things, please?
Through all things, God is great. I want to thank the mother of our movement, Miss Candace Owens. I want to thank the ever vigilant uncle of our movement, Brandon Taylor. And we all need to give the loudest round of applause for White Chocolate. I'm gonna read something to you, and to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna start crying even though I'm about to read it to you.
Love you.
Baby, I may need your phone. You might have to switch. I may, because I'm not getting service in here with this too. Good. So if you go online and you type in the words prison, from prison to business, I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna start off by just giving you a little bit of history. I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. I don't have much time. I sold drugs, keys of cocaine. I've played with the biggest, top-level drug lords you can think of. I've traveled to Mexico. I bought hundreds of keys of cocaine. And I did fed time, not because they caught me, because someone said I was doing it. I'm gonna read my story to you. In his bed in Pike County Jail in Pennsylvania, Antone Tucker woke up after 3 days, he had attempted suicide. He says by taking epileptic medication, his cellmate provided him. He says by taking epileptic medications, his cellmate provided him. And this is how I tried to commit suicide, waking up 3 days later because God seemed to understood it. I had a bigger cause in calling.
Government plantations which were sold to us as empowerment. The government will empower you with handouts. Barack Obama, one of the greatest salesmen to ever live, created record welfare beneficiaries in the black community. $22 trillion have been paid into the welfare state, and black Americans are poorer today than before its proliferation. Do not ever forget that. How is that for empowerment from the left? That make any of us feel very empowered? Of course, these are the statistics and the data points that they don't want us to pay attention to, because what do they want? They want us to be emotional all the time. They don't want us to think rationally. They don't want us neither born into or raised in a racist country. I thrive in a country amongst a party of Democrats that insist upon shining a light on every single racist act that happens in this country. But I don't fear racism. I don't walk down the street in fear of white people. But I do have fears, and they are for the black youth who day in and day out are being programmed by a media that wishes to see them fail. When I grew up, I wanted to be like the Jeffersons, like Tia and Tamara, like Mr. and Mrs. Huxtable, Family Matters, the Winslows. That's the kind of television that I grew up on. What in God's name happened to black TV? Love and hip hop. Love Cardi B. But that's what I fear. I fear that they're manufacturing our goals. And I thought a lot about the goals of the black community, and it's interesting. Black mothers hold out a lot of hope that their son is going to be the next LeBron James, the next big athlete. You see, what the left has done successfully is created a path of assured destruction and failure via our media and our culture. We want to be rappers, we want to be NFL players, we want to be basketball players. But there's a 100% chance that you will become a doctor if you stay in school and you pass your exams. Knows how much these idols mean to us. They know how much the LeBron James, the Jay-Z's, and the Beyonce have meant to us, and they have used them as political pawns to further enslave us to their plantation. They have told us to pay attention to the political thoughts of LeBron James and to ignore the thoughts of who they refer to as a porch monkey, Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Condoleezza Rice. Dr. Thomas Sowell. I know plenty of black children that want to grow up to be LeBron James, but I dream of a day, and I hope it starts in this room, where black children say that they want to be just like Dr. Ben Carson. So what is the current black state? The black state is whatever we decide that it's going to be, because we are now in the driver's seat. Our options are simple. We can accept the left's narrative that we are not American, that we have more in common with the criminal caravan at the border than we do with our brothers and sisters of this country. We can accept that we're permanent victims, that we can't do it without government handouts, that we're too stupid to get into schools on the basis of our own intellect. Or we can decide that after 400 years, after the first slave ships pulled in 1619, and 400 years later, in 2019, that we are at long last ready to snatch a piece of this American dream. We can fully recognize that this is in fact our country. That while Hillary Clinton viewed us as super predators, while CNN views us as token Negroes who don't read, Donald Trump views us as Americans. Today in this room, I'm so excited because we are going to launch in front of the world a movement that will forever be remembered as a piece of American history, a movement called Blexit, the Black Exit. The Black Exit. exit from permanent victimhood, the black exit from the false idea that we are somehow separate from the rest of America. Blexit.com is live right now in this moment. The Blexit movement will spend 2019 holding rallies in every major city in America that the Democrats have destroyed. Who here is from Chicago? It's time for a Blexit. Who here is from Philadelphia? It's time for a Blexit. From Oakland, from Baltimore. Learn the truth and make the Blexit as we have in this room. We will color these cities like this room looks colored, with positivity and with hope, progress that can only come from a change of mindset. Blexit is a renaissance, and I'm blessed to say that this logo, these colors, were created by my dear friend and fellow superhero, Kanye West. Who has taken one of the boldest steps in America to open a conversation that we have needed to have, and I cannot tell you how badly he wished to be here in this room with everybody. But he's here in spirit, don't worry. I know, I'm sorry.
Love you, Kanye.
So who wears the Blexit logo? Americans, Caucasian Americans who have waited their entire lives for this moment, who have been wrongly accused of racism for refusing to see us as less than, which is what the Democrat Party sees us as. It's for Hispanic people who have nothing to do with illegals, and for some reason they're being pushed into this narrative that somehow they are responsible for what's going on south of the border. And of course, it is for the black Americans, like the one in this room, who are tired of carrying a party that doesn't care about us. We wear this logo as a symbol that we have freed ourselves. Every American who wears this logo realizes that when we all come together, when we refuse to allow the media to divide us, to pit us as men versus women, as radical feminists tend to do, as black versus white, as leftists love to do, when we all come together, we'll start to understand that the colors of this country are red, white, and blue. Free is our slogan, and we choose to release ourselves from political orthodoxy because we are free. And I cannot thank you guys so much for this moment in my life. It has been the most incredible few days. Thank you so much.
Just testing, you know, some words don't really work.
Hey, Candace.